my name is Madison Crews, and welcome to the Postgame show here on the SDH network, where we are going to be covering everything that happened in the Decatur FC versus Georgia Impact matchup, where it ended in a 0-0 draw at Decatur High School. Now, it was definitely a very, very fun matchup. Despite what you might see from the scoreline, it being 0-0, it was probably the craziest 0-0 draw I think I've ever seen. It was so back and forth. It felt like every opportunity Georgia Impact was going to score, and then Decatur FC was going to score, and then you didn't know what was going to happen. So it was so much fun. It was a battle against these two great teams here in the state of Georgia and everything they have built over the years, and it was a ton of fun. And if we're going to talk about recent success, we also have to mention that Decatur FC broke the WPSL attendance record. They had over 2,126 fans in attendance tonight for this matchup. And so they broke the record tonight and, wanted to celebrate the win, but it was a great 0-0 draw and it was so much fun to watch. Now, after the match, I had the opportunity to go down and talk to Decatur FC's head coach, Campbell Chapman. We talked about his team and his club breaking the WPSL record, as well as what he thought about his team in this 0-0 draw. All right, so Coach, obviously a draw here, but we got to talk about the record. I don't know if you heard the number. You guys broke the WPSL record tonight for attendance with 2,126. So
that's amazing, isn't it? Think about this, that 9 months ago, we didn't really have anything. We didn't have a logo, we didn't have a coach, we didn't have a team. It was just an idea. And within 2 games, 2,100 people think they want to come and watch women/girls play soccer. It's amazing. It's what the game is now doing. It's a global game. It's a game where people, if there's an opportunity to come watch it, will watch it. And tonight, I hope that they enjoyed the game. I know it was a tight game. It wasn't what maybe the home fans would have wanted from a goal fest, what they were hoping for, but credit to the other team. They were organized and structured, and we just couldn't break them down. And then as the game wore on, they grew in confidence and sort of started to believe that they could actually get something out of the game themselves. So we had to then adjust to their confidence, and consequently, thank you, sir. And then we got back on top of it again. So it was second half was, I thought we were the better side, but definitely second half it got into an ebb and flow.
And looking at it was a scoreless draw, but looking at your defense as a whole with Foose and everyone in that back line, what have you all been working on to try and see that level of success and getting those clean sheets?
Yeah, you look at Micah and Ajiri and Anaya and Jasmine, they have all one thing in common. They're all great athletes. And so there's a coach that gives you the confidence to be able to know you can attack and you can leave them vulnerable maybe at times in 1v1 as you saw. Mm-hmm. But when you've got that strength and that athleticism at the back, it's going to take a very good goal to beat us. And Micah made a great play. I gave Micah get him man of the match just for that tackle, because I think that got the loudest roar of the night, actually, apart from Evans maybe hitting the crossbar. But it's that's soccer. That's what it is. It's it's a big field. It's turf, and it's as the game wears on, they get fatigued. So mistakes are made, and of course which ends up being transitional. Like, we make a mistake, they attack. They make a mistake, we attack. Yeah. But I think all in all, you could see that both teams were trying to get something out of the game. None of us, I know he wasn't, and I didn't. I wasn't settling for the tie. I was still trying to win it.
Do you feel like your team might have played a little bit more defensively than in previous games, maybe because Georgia Impact is such a strong team?
Yeah, I think, obviously the first 2 games were new to the league, and so we were fortunate that we could dictate. And we did. We dictated the first half. I thought we were very much on top of the game. But like I said before, when you don't put your chances away and the other team has attacks, they grow in confidence. Their coach then says, you know what? Let's keep that person further forward. He put some extra strikers in. So consequently, it became what he wanted, which was end to end. And so that, and it was exciting to watch. But obviously, you could see that the team who scored first was probably going to win. It was going to take something special.
You guys have another game on Sunday, right?
Yeah.
How are you guys going to kind of try to recover and prepare for
Well, I think we've got some girls who didn't play so much tonight who are fresh, and they'll come in and come off the bench. And some girls are getting tired there at the end, and it's a quick turnaround, 48 hours. I knew that going in, that some girls like Kelly McIntyre and JJ and these girls hadn't played as much, and that they would come in and be pivotal for Sunday. We're still undefeated. We still haven't given up a goal. So there is positives to the performance. Obviously, when you're at home and you've got a big crowd, it would have been great to have, the music at the end and the cheers. But the fans were fantastic. The girls were, gave their best. And I think this is a special opportunity for people to come out and watch. It's a great environment.
Now, I also had the opportunity to catch up with head coach Robert Roddie of Georgia Impact, and we talked a little bit about his team's performance going on the road to face off against a really strong Decatur FC side. And we also talked a little bit about the breaking of the WPSL record and what it means that it happened here in Georgia and the growth of women's soccer here in the state of Georgia. Alrighty, Coach. It was a scoreless draw, but the way both of your sides battled into defense, what did you see from your perspective on the pitch?
Yeah, I think going into this, we knew it was going to be two top teams. I think there was a lot of respect from us to Decatur, and I think vice versa. And because we saw the rosters, we know the players and the things they can do, and it was very much a tactical battle of how can we keep each team out, and I think both teams done a fantastic job of that. And I'm congratulating my girls in there because defensively to keep a clean sheet here in front of such a massive crowd, it's fantastic for them to do that. And I think both teams can feel hard done by for not getting a goal, but I don't think anyone can feel aggrieved with walking out here with a point. So no, I think it was it was a good result overall, for both teams, and both teams can be happy. And it's for the fans, I think it's probably the best 0-0 draw they'll ever get.
Yeah, and I mean, you mentioned the crowd. Decatur broke the record, a WPSL record for 2,126 fans were here in attendance. A lot of Canton fans came down here to support you guys over on the away side. What does it mean to have that big of a crowd and that big of a statement, not only for women's soccer as a whole, but women's soccer here in Georgia?
It's incredible. I mean, we spoke this morning, I think that's the drive. Is we've got all through TISA, through Impact, we have all these little girls and they've got those aspirations, and for us to both provide these opportunities for them to have something, not just to go and play in an 11v11 field in the middle of nowhere. They're coming to a stadium and they've got over 2,000 fans coming out. That's incredibly special, and I think this is just a stepping stone, and this has been the dream for Impact to build on and to have Decatur join the league and kind of follow that same model and really amplify it in the middle of Decatur. It's incredible, and I would highly recommend to anybody or any other clubs in the league, just watch the model and watch that community build up, and it's only going to do good things for the women's game. And in Georgia, I mean, the talent already is incredible, so no, it's only going places.
And moving on ahead to your next match, what are some of the positives that you're going to take away from this match going into that one moving forward? Yeah,
I think for us it just means fear no one. For us it's fear no one. We go into it, and again we spoke about that in the changing room there. There's no need to give teams respect. Not that, again, yes, we'll respect players to an extent, but at the same time this is about us and how are we going to play. And I think again we kind of spoke about defensive principles this morning. We stuck to that. We know we can keep teams out if we stay connected, and now it's just okay, how can we go and be clinical now and get that killing goal, and I think for us it's just getting higher up the field. I think there's some big gaps throughout the middle, and I think that's one thing we'll work on this week, is just getting our lines higher. And we're talking to the girls as well. This whole idea of the summer program is for them to get fitness for pre-season for college, and this is it. This is where they're going to have to put in that grind, and I think if we do that, then we can really start to punish teams. So a replication of last season when we lost 1-0 to Nashville first game. Now it's can we go on that undefeated streak, and I think that started today.
Georgia Impact will be heading on the road once again to face off against Atlanta Fire United on June 12th. And Decatur FC will also be on the road as they will face off against FC Birmingham Sunday, June 9th at 7 p.m. Thank you guys so much again for listening to the postgame show here on the SDH Network, where we recapped everything that happened in Decatur FC's and Georgia Impact's 0-0 draw tonight. And make sure you guys keep tuning in for more WPSL action here on the SDH Network.